What's poppin', people? It's Dante, just waking up this morning, and before I get out and do my thing, I just wanted to share some thoughts, just because it's on my mind here as I get myself ready for the day, before I venture out into the unknown, right? Um, I think it's funny when I walk around the city, it's insane how many people are plugged in. And look, we're living in modern times, right? Use your phones for work, use your AirPods for your phone calls. I know that we have to be doing these things in some cases, right? It's something that has inflicted the minds of many. I worked from home at one point. I was doing the whole Zoom call thing. Look, I got a whole standing desk just so that I could work from home and not feel like a slob. But eventually you do become a slob. And I think it's funny that this new AirPod technology is so cool and so enticing, yet it's really ripping apart the foundation of what society was built upon, which is like public space and social interaction, right? Humans thrive around other humans, like it's a natural thing. But the more I go out and, seek more and have conversations with people, it's more difficult because they're sort of like either like tapped into a phone while they're like in the middle of another conversation while they're having a conversation, or I'll see like a guy, he was walking down the street and I wanted to ask him where the gym was and he had the AirPods in, and it's like you have to like go like this to like get their attention, like, hey man, like pull them out or whatever, and then they pull them out, and then I wound up getting like a free membership for the day, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, don't be afraid to talk with people with AirPods. Maybe at first I thought it was like, just ignore people with AirPods, but hey, look, you can get them to take them out. You just have to like motion to them. But my thought is that they're killing this culture, this society we live in, honestly, and it's like, it's really sad because you need the body language for communication. You need to work in person. Working from home, it doesn't work, okay? Unless you're some like computer nerd, like coder or like whatever, I guess like, yeah, you can do the stuff from home, but like all other jobs like that revolve around like emails and like communication should definitely be in person. It's like the sickest thing. It's like we're no longer able to see each other face to face. When I worked from home at this previous job, guess what happened? Guess what happened? The person that was in charge of our team was so disconnected from our group that the group wound up unionizing. They wound up having so many problems with the boss. They couldn't size him up. They kept saying how, oh, he's really short. Like I saw on his Facebook, he's like really tiny, like like getting super mad about it. And it's like, you couldn't actually size the person up or like, like have that sort of body language in the conversations, and maybe it just doesn't work, you know. I think it doesn't work. I think that's kind of like a funny anecdote that I've found through working from home and using Zoom. You know, it's a really sick thing that's going on now where you can't even meet people anymore. It's like I go to the mall on purpose so that I can like talk with people. I think the mall is my sort of interesting sort of social space to go to. I think maybe I need to join a yoga class. Maybe yoga would be good for me to meet people and talk with people. That way, yeah, I could imagine no one's using AirPods in a yoga studio, right? You would have to be listening to the instructor. So maybe that should be a thing that I can do for more social life in the city. But yeah, the more and more I walk around the city, basically, I'm just seeing more and more people plugged in. I like to play this fun game where I point out on Walnut Street when I walk from like, let's say I walk from 19th Street to 16th Street, just like 3 blocks or whatever. I'll see like 50 phones in the hands of people, 50 pairs of AirPods in the ears of people. Like I'll physically count, like on a busy day, I'll be like, why don't you play this fun game? And like, I'll count, and it's like, as a street photographer, you know, in an urban city, you're looking for like interesting moments and things too, like that happen. And it's like, wow, everyone's just kind of like going from point A to point B, and it's like there's actually not that much shit that's interesting going on. So I look for the nuances in the light or stuff in the background sometimes, or the gestures of the hands. Like you got to play this game now on hard mode with street photography when everyone's plugged into phones and using AirPods. I think it is destroying the fabric of communication. I don't think that working from home exists. Like, just ban that. You know, it's just like, I don't see why anyone would want that. I mean, location independence and like working from home is a cool idea, but when you're doing it in a team that requires you know, in-depth conversation and sort of teamwork and all that sort of stuff, yeah, I just don't think that it works. I've witnessed it firsthand. It's just kind of like a funny thing. Yeah, I feel like everyone's living life on mute mode. You know, we're living in the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. I think we should be living that way more and more each day, striving to meet more neighbors, say hello to more people, and smile on the streets, because yeah, the further we go with this technological revolution with AirPods, iPhones, VR, and all this stuff, yeah, the worse we're going to be at social interaction. And I think the weak will sort of like seep into this sort of like metaverse and like this whole notion of working from home, and the strong will be on the streets and be the ones that can actually have a conversation. It's a funny idea, just thinking today about AirPods and the way that they have, in my opinion, destroyed the fabric of our communication. So pretty much it. Yeah, gym time. Yay. And I'm gonna take the iPad to the coffee shop and do some culling of my photos, because while I can stand here and do my own culling in my place, I'd rather go in public just for everything that I do, honestly.